Today, we got our first look at co-op in MLB The Show 22. SDS did their first feature premiere leading up to the launch of the new game, and this one was all about the co-op mode, the 2v2 area of it, the 3v3 area, as well as showing off how the game mode works in regular online play, as well as how it's implemented into Diamond Dynasty. I'm going to leave the link to the feature premiere in the description of this video if you just want to watch the whole thing for yourself, but in the rest of this video, I'm going to give you everything you need to know about this new mode. So let's get it started. Co-op in MLB The Show 22. So first off, you're going to be able to play either 2v2 or 3v3. We already knew that. And basically, you could just invite your friends to a lobby and search for a game. One thing that is nice is if you want to play a 3v3, but you only have one other friend to play with, you can matchmake for that third player. So no matter what, you'll be able to have a full team. One player is going to be the captain. That captain is going to be able to adjust the lineups, is going to be able to make certain decisions in game in terms of warming up pitchers and things like that. Anyway, let's talk about how it looks when you actually get into a game. What is the structure going to be? I'm going to let a clip from the feature premiere play, and we can talk about it after.
Yeah, so if you're taking a look at the top left portion of your screen, you'll notice what we call the HUD, heads-up display, and you'll notice three distinct different icons we got there. So the top one is the role that I am filling, captain, and you can see I am the middle red portion, which is, oh man, I'm talking and I'm not making the throwdown, jeez. And so what's going on is I'm pitcher catcher in this situation, and you can see that from the square indicating the pitcher catcher location on the field.
And that's
And that is over to Rory, who from the blue indicator you can tell is covering the middle portion of our field.
all right.
Oh, that's Kyle. I'm getting my teammates crossed up.
That was
So
me, Saul.
about
Yeah.
Web
process
Jam
of
defense.
elimination.
Nice work. And so you'll notice I'm on the mound for the entire inning, and that's by design. When you're playing defense, you'll stick to that same role for all 3 outs. And when you're hitting, you will go 1, 2, 3 through the lineup.
That obviously means the person in yellow they have control of the outfield.
They got the outfield
For this inning.
for this inning only.
Okay, what happens when we switch innings and we come back?
Then, let's see, we got that infielder taking over the pitcher-catcher role, outfielder moving to infield, and then I will be hopping to outfield.
So everybody gets to do everything throughout the course of a game.
You got it. Everybody's got to take their stab at pitching, infield, and outfield.
Honestly, when people in the community have talked about the possibility of a co-op mode, whether it be 2v2, 3v3, whatever, this is pretty much like the only way to do it, in my opinion. You have somebody controlling the pitcher-catcher, you have somebody controlling the infield, and you have somebody controlling the outfield. And the fact that it rotates inning to inning means everybody's going to be able to do everything at least once in the course of the game. I don't know how long the games are set. I don't know if they're 9 innings, 3 innings, what, but at least you're going to be able to do everything. One thing they didn't touch on, or if they did, I missed it, is I don't know what happens if somebody quits. I don't know if the AI just takes over that part of the defense or if it switches to more of a 2v2 setup. I have no idea. But overall, I really like the system. I really like the way it's set up. Now, we are also going to have a way to communicate with your teammates. There's going to be a text chat as well as a voice chat. Text chat is cool. It works pretty much exactly how you'd expect the text chat to work. They also gave us some cool little coach emojis to throw in there. But also, we are going to have voice chat, so you will just be able to talk to your teammates. I mean, I'm sure if you're playing with your friends, you're just going to be either in a PlayStation party or a Xbox party or a Discord call or whatever. But if you're playing with a new player, playing with randoms, you don't have to share your voice if you don't want to, but it's there. This also is going to be used throughout the flow of the game. You're going to be able to suggest certain things. So let's say you're playing the infield and somebody's pitching, you're actually going to be able to suggest, hey, try throwing a fastball, or hey, try doing this or that to try and get this guy out. They're going to have abilities to help bring as much communication as possible. I do worry about the fact that if you are playing with a random, that could possibly get abused. Like if I'm just throwing a pitch and I just see on my screen 50 times the dude says, throw a fastball, throw a fastball, throw a fastball. Hopefully there's a way to either get rid of that or stop something like that from happening. Okay, so now we've talked a lot about the game on the defensive side of things. Let's talk about the game on the offensive side of things. How does co-op mode work when you're hitting?
So the HUD, when you're on offense, looks a little bit different than defense. You're going to notice that my role has the batter icon on it, while my other two teammates are showing their specific unique icons to themselves. And if I'm fortunate enough to get a runner on base, you'll notice my icon change to a runner icon, letting me know that I have control of the base runners.
Oh, beat it
out.
out. Beat it out.
Come on, Muncie.
Let's go.
Oh,
Hey.
Okay, here we go. Some user error led to this. So now you can see that we got the dev test 3, who will be hitting, and I'm on base running.
So you just get to switch off hitter to hitter if you get on base. I guess you get to control the base runner. I think Fuzzy brought up a good point where it was like, let's say you get 2 singles and a walk or something like that, and you got bases loaded or whatever. Basically, you're getting up to the plate while you are also controlling a base runner. I'm pretty sure the base runner at that point would be auto-controlled and you would just take control of the hitter. But once again, just rotating player to player. I think that's the best way to do it. Which is super nice, by the way, because let's say I'm playing with Kyle or Shelfie or Kevin or Fuzzy or whoever. I'm not very good at hitting Aroldis Chapman. And if Aroldis Chapman is in the game, I prefer maybe if Kyle could hit in that situation because Kyle probably hits Chapman better than me. Granted, I'm still gonna probably have to take ABs against Chapman, but if I don't have to make all 3 outs against him, it might be better for the squad. Those are the type of opportunities this co-op mode brings up throughout the course of a game. All right, but now let's talk about how this is gonna work in Diamond Dynasty.
Co-op is also coming to Diamond Dynasty. That's right, 2v2 3v3 is coming to Diamond Dynasty. But how does it work in the Diamond Dynasty setting, Kyle?
That's right. So we're here in the co-op Diamond Dynasty lobby. We've got a 2v2 game set up. I've added my buddy Kyle Saul, and as you can see, I'm the captain. So if I go to the next screen, this is where the magic really happens. And so Kyle Saul and I are going to use our collections to build a team together. And so any Diamond Dynasty card that you unlock and own, you can add to a squad, and together those cards will make a team. So I'm going to add 6, he's going to add 6, and then the rest will be filled out by Silver Live Series players. So I'm going to do something a little special. We announced Justin Morneau and Joe Mauer today, arguably the greatest legends we've ever added to the game, and we're going to show a little gameplay off maybe.
Ooh, and we're also showing off the new card art.
Ooh, baby.
And the new diamond card art. Shout out to the artists. You know who they are. Christina, Jen, Jez, Atlanta, Adam, and Ashley for once again bringing the fire in the card art. Now, something that you mentioned, you're combining your Diamond Dynasty collections for online DD co-op, right?
That's right.
And so you're 2v2, how many players do you get to choose?
So it's 6 players each. That's 3 position players, 1 starting pitcher, and 2 relievers.
And same for 3v3?
3v3 is 4 players each, 2 position players, 1 starter, and 1 reliever each.
And one more time, how does the rest of your team get filled out?
That's Silver Live Series players, just a bunch of random ones thrown on your team.
Okay, so the rest of your squad will be filled out by random Live Series players.
That's right.
Alrighty then. So we got our picks in. Are we ready to jump into a game?
Yeah, the one last really cool thing to mention is we can't pick the same players, and so they've got to be unique, different players. So if I were to go in here, I can see in the top right, I can see which players that Kyle's added to the squad, which players I've added to the squad, and it'll show up on the UI on the left as well. And we have voice chat here, quick chat, emojis, and so you can really communicate and not only play socially, but actually build a team socially as well.
All right, we're also going to get this question too. Let's say you've paralleled a card, and he's paralleled a card. How does that work?
Yeah, so whoever adds the card to the squad, you'll be using that parallel level. So if I've grinded out a parallel 5 Byron Buxton and I've added him to the squad, we will see that reflect in game. And even when Kyle Saul bats with Byron Buxton, he'll have my parallel 5 version of Buxton. All right, so what you're about to see is these are the 2 starters that we've added to the squad. Flip over, play a little shell game, and then as the captain, it's my job to pick one of the 2 starters.
So it's randomized.
Julio.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of like Syndergaard, but we'll see. You got your wish,
Let's
Kyle.
go.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
I really, really like the way they have this set up where it's a draft basically of you combining your inventory with the other player you're teamed up with. And the fact that you can use other people's paralleled cards is sick. And as far as the pitcher wheel, I think that's totally fine for a mode like this. Having it randomly select between you and your opponent's chosen pitcher, I think is fine. Nobody gets an unfair advantage that way. Honestly, as far as the setup of this mode, I really, really like it. Now, I've been really positive about this mode for most of this video here, but we're about to start getting into some of the things that I think are the biggest disappointments when it comes to co-op mode. The first thing is that you can't play against your your friends. You can still play with your friends. You can invite your buddies to play and be on the squad with you, but you can't match up against your friends unless you randomly match up through matchmaking. There is no play versus friends in co-op. You're only going to be playing against random opponent. And the other thing is that they're starting this as a purely casual mode in Diamond Dynasty. There are no rewards and no ranked leaderboards or anything. It's all just basically for fun. And honestly, I think it's the right decision for them to do it like this, even though I think it's not going to be great for the mode itself in terms of its longevity. I think it is the smart decision to take it kind of slow. Just think about it. Let's say the co-op mode is terribly buggy at launch. It doesn't work. There's a ton of issues with it. If there's a reward path attached to that and there's either a card at the end of it or a certain reward that you want to get, you got to subject yourself through all of those co-op woes to get that card when the mode would barely work. That just doesn't sound like a good experience. So honestly, even though I don't like the fact that it's just a purely casual mode and you can't play for anything other than just having fun with your friends, I think it's the right decision right now. I hope they do find a way to add something to this mode if it does end up working exactly like they intend. So that's basically everything you need to know right now about the 2v2 and 3v3 modes in MLB The Show 22. We'll be able to play these modes tomorrow on the tech test. You can go and download the tech test right now on PlayStation, on Xbox, on Nintendo Switch. So make sure to download it, get some games in, and let me know in the comments what you think about the co-op mode. Do you think it's going to be good? Do you think it's going to be bad? Let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you guys watching. Drop a thumbs up on the video if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, make sure to give a listen to the Inside the Show podcast, a weekly podcast where myself and Scuffy McGee talk about MLB The Show, the new features in the game, basically any topics about MLB The Show we cover on that weekly podcast. So make sure to give it a listen. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.